Hi, I want to just challenge you with a thought. This is taken out of Scripture, John 4:6-9. And it's a story that is very familiar to a lot of us. It's the woman at Samaria at the well. Jesus, therefore, being wearied from his journey, sat by the well. It was about the 6th hour. And there came a woman of Samaria to draw water. And Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink." For his disciples had gone away into the city to buy food. And therefore the Samaritan woman said to him, "How is it that you, being a Jew, ask me for a drink, since I am a Samaritan woman?" Have you ever gotten to the place in life that you feel utterly exhausted? That maybe the struggles of life or the demands on you have just worn you down to a frazzle. In this scripture, we see the Son of God, all God, wrapped in humanity. And in this moment, we see his humanity. It was after a long day of walking, and Jesus was very weary. In fact, the scripture shows us that he was so weary that he had to sit down and he had to take a rest. He sent his disciples on to go purchase food. You know, Jesus was genuinely compassionate, and he was genuinely honest. He wanted to let people see that he faced the same struggles that we face sometimes. You know, the priests were not supposed to speak to women in that day. Even at certain hours, if it was in public, they couldn't even speak to their wives or daughters. And yet, Jesus wrecked all of the guidelines when he went against the regulations to speak to a woman of what others saw as a lowly class. I think his transparency is what speaks to me the loudest in this passage. Sometimes I think as believers we try to only show others what we want them to see or what maybe we think that they need to see. And yet sometimes to meet people where they're at, it's important for us to be transparent. It's important for us to show them that even though we may go through struggles and trials, that it doesn't mean that we're overcome. It doesn't mean that we won't receive a drink of fresh water in the coming times. You know, Scripture repeatedly tells us that if we will keep going, that we will see victory. And so this woman met a man that changed her life. But had he not been willing to be vulnerable, to be transparent, to just be real, this woman may have never seen the truth and seen her need for that drink of living water. I think in this day we need to be people of faith, but we need to let others see our real struggles, but not only see the struggles, but also see where we go and who we go to for our answers. I hope you have a great day. I want you to know that we love you and we're praying for you.